guys are so clear and I'm so like washed out. But I think
Do you have a different camera,
You
or is
know,
that the way it is?
being clear isn't always good because every wrinkle.
no, I was looking at the last video I made. I was like, oh my God, I look like I aged 20 years. Wait, I'm not in the middle here. Okay.
I just see. I was just
It looks
thinking
like
out
my
loud.
head's going sideways. Like, why is that happening? Why is my head like I'm
I always find myself leaning one way or the other.
Oh
I
heck,
don't
we're
know.
alive.
I'm gonna just kind of get grounded
I
here.
don't have any.
One second.
All right,
Eileen,
we're
my
live.
we're live.
Ready to
Uh-oh.
rock and roll. Well, we got Valerie here on our
Hi,
Tuesdays,
everyone.
always, and Sybil. You were on with Valerie last week, which I
Yeah,
was supposed to be, but I had a late work day.
it was a great show, but we missed you, Scott. Sorry you couldn't make it.
Yeah, I got back. I was listening, and it was like, you guys are doing good.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna
It was
chill
fun.
because I had a 14-hour day, so I'm like, good enough. But everyone, well, if you want to say hi to people that haven't maybe seen you before, Sybil, and your channel is Sybil Harmony.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm really excited to be here and do this show today. And I'm Sybil Harmony, and I have a channel, Sybil Harmony. And check me out.
Cool.
And hope you
And you're
enjoy this show. I'm looking forward. This will be
and you're a
fun.
and you're a Cali girl,
I'm in California. I am. I'm a
Northern.
psychic and medium, and I do healing and teaching. So,
Wonderful. And
yeah.
you got your little giggle. Every time I watch your videos, you always gotta.
Oh, you got to have fun because,
Oh yeah, it's cute.
It's mandatory.
why not?
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
we're gonna do mostly political afterwards. If you want to put in questions, which would be lovely. And we're just gonna draw 3 cards. How we can transcend our peoples. That's the biggest thing that we want to do, figure out our lives and our souls. So if you want to pull your cards, go right ahead. Okay. I'm getting some coins and some heartbreak.
Oh,
I got my cards.
Yeah, go ahead if you want.
Oh, okay. Well, I got the first one, interesting, the surrender cards. And it's surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate mind, body, and spirit. Because I feel like there's especially the second half of this month, but even now, it's like it's very busy. There's a lot going on. And so it's a really nice card. Surrender to rest and sleep. And now when the light starts going away, I usually start looking at getting enough rest in the winter. When it starts in the fall, it starts getting colder. And then I have divine timing. So everything is in divine time. And so, of course, there isn't time on the other side. Time is an earthly thing. Somebody told me something interesting because I'm like, I don't get it. Like everything's happening at once. I'm like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. Because I'm so, we're trained linear to watch everything happens at a certain time. And so they said, well, look, if you're talking on the phone to somebody in Australia, it's already tomorrow, but you're talking right now. So it's all happening at the same time. So I was like, wow, okay, I could get that. That I could get. So, but divine timing, the elections, everything happens
Mhm.
in divine time. And it's also a nice affirmation I like to say, everything's happening in divine right timing. Everything's as it should be, because we're all learning. We don't know what other people are learning, and we're sometimes we don't know what we're learning until hindsight is 2020, until we look back and go, oh, okay, now I know why that happened. But everything is happening in divine timing, and that can have a sense of security with it for
Mhm.
me. And then I got soulmate. And so soulmates can be your partner, your best friend. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be even between a parent and a child, or a person and their pet. So I've known people who have their soulmates as a pet, a dog or a cat. And so there's a lot of comfort in that. And for some reason, this is just coming. Maybe somebody's going to meet a soulmate. That would be cool. Or improving your soulmate, connecting with your soulmate relationship. So,
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
Nice cards.
yeah.
Me
I'm excited to see what you guys have.
too. Scott, you want me to go?
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Okay, spend mine kind of dovetail. Spend more time outdoors, which of course means grounding and healing and getting yourself balanced. Um, so relaxing, enjoying yourself, and believe and trust. So these are Archangel Michael cards, and uh, believing and trusting, have faith that everything is going to work out the way that it should for you, and trusting that everything is in order for you and you're on the right path. You're on the right path, doing exactly what you need to do. Uh, you're being guided. So don't worry, it'll all be fine at the end of the day.
Always fine, right? If you
It's
let go.
always fine. Let go and let God. It'll all
Right.
work out.
So the first card I got is the Three of Swords, the Three of Winter. That's always about our heartbreak and our sadness and our loss.
Mm.
And then I had the Four of Coins. It's all about holding on, but you don't want to hold on. It's also about budgeting, and it's also about helping out those in need. So I'm also getting the messages about our soul's desire, what we should do for our soul's desire. Um, so when we help out others, whether it's a pick me up, um, a wink at the store or a compliment, it brightens others' days. It spreads light. And when you do those things with the unconditional love, we get that page of coins. We get rewarded. Our soul gets rewarded. It's kind of like earning karma points, right? You just you evolve when you help others. Many people may be going through that Three of Swords, having problems, issues. When you give that little pick me up, you kind of lift each
Boost
other up.
yourself and boost
You boost
everyone else.
yourself, you boost your ego, you boost yourself. So it's all about helping, because we all go through many things in life. Divorce, losing job, finances go wrong, and we get a little sad, or we lose loved ones. So when we help and give to others, that lifts our soul's desire, and we evolve. It raises vibrations. So it's a multiple message. It's also Four of Coins is also about budgeting, not overextending.
Hmm.
And I always like to say, like, when I do my job, I'm driving around, and I usually keep a $5 or $10 bill in my truck or in my wallet. And if I stop at a stoplight and there's a homeless man at the stop sign, and it works out, I know that's my sign that I give. So I always try to help. So
Very nice.
that's my message.
I like that. I like that. I like everyone's message.
Yeah, cool
Oh,
messages. Very nice.
Very nice.
So it's all this Tuesday is all about how we can transcend, how we can uplift, but it's also how we can transcend politics and what's going on. So if anyone has any questions, we can hit that. But one to start, the former guy has his lawyers appealing to the Supreme Court. We can take a peek at that one.
All right.
Is that going to fly? They're just going to say no. And the funny thing is, it was directed straight at Clarence Thomas.
Oh.
His name was mentioned right away. Honorable Clarence Thomas, we seek relief for the DOJ looking at all my crap. Funny
So the
thing.
question is the Supreme, is that going to fly with the Supreme Court?
Yeah. Are they going
to help them out?
Right. They're going to help them out, or they say, no, it's not our gig.
And now, what? Oh, I'm confused. We're talking about Clarence Thomas being helped out. How? I'm totally lost.
Well, 45 is appealing to Supreme Court from the decision of the 11th Circuit that said you have to
appear.
It has to go forward that the DOJ can do their work. Well, he wants to block the DOJ from looking at his documents and whatnot.
Yes. Now I'm with you.
Let's see. Will Clarence clear Trump's lawyers, my legal papers, and send it back to the lower court? Okay. Kind of that same thing.
Yeah.
So will the Supreme Court, whoever's that person, they say it's Clarence Thomas who's the one that would lead on it.
Oh.
Well, kind of weird, but he's trying. So I got Page of Cups. Here's your offer. I got energy in the positive. The former guy with the King of Wands or King of Coins thinks has a good thing here. But then I get no. Oh crap! Nope, ain't gonna work.
I like that.
So no.
Scott's cards are great. If anybody hasn't purchased them yet, please, the Farmer's Tarot.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just make it easy.
Okay.
It's
so what does your card think?
Yeah.
They're really good. They're delightful.
Yeah.
Well, I got something. If you want to go ahead, Val?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's thinking that he's going to be fine because he's got Clarence Thomas in his pocket. But there's something some energy that's gonna beat him. he's I think going to be reviewing things, and it's not good. It's a no.
Uh-huh.
He's It's just a no.
Is that the
Yeah,
ten
well,
of swords? Is that the 10 of swords at the end? Or the
Tennis.
8?
It's an 8.
8.
I
Oh yeah.
think it's a
yeah,
no.
yeah,
It's a
Restricted.
no. He had high hopes. He was smug. He
yeah.
thought it was all going to happen because he had everything in his pocket. Boom.
He's 45. He's crazy. He still thinks that, the midterms could turn everything around. And he always thinks he's crazy. He thinks, go ahead. He still thinks he's got this. He's can, wiggle his way, do this unbelievable, like, oh my God. I see Clarence Thomas is already being questioned. They questioned Jenny, his wife, I never talked to Thomas.
Oh, but in the text it says my boy,
I
my
think he
best
was
friend.
financially involved in January 6th, but okay, it's a little more than just talking to your husband, which I don't believe anyway. But anyway, so I just see him, he gets the paperwork and he's like, this is like, I'm overwhelmed and like, oh, why do they do this to why, like kind of like he doesn't want to have to like what? I mean, I feel like he's gonna try to, but first it's like, no, there's nothing to say. This is not, it's already not going good. And it's a fool's errand.
Uh-huh.
My cards come in reversed. I read a little differently than most people do. So that to me is like, that's a fool's errand. If they were to do that, I mean, that is really just, so is they're going to try to make something look, they're going to, 45 is going to try to put something through. They're going to try to, well, we'll help you out with something else maybe, but they're not really going to do, I'm feeling like it's a no. It's a no.
I think so, especially with pressure on Thomas.
They're going to try to make it not look so bad. What?
No, it's not looking too hot for that kind of cooperation.
Yeah, he's like, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Around
Like
going, what? Yeah,
he's
you
a
want me
little
to do this?
overwhelmed.
And he's looking over at his wife, and his wife's like, yes, we do want you to do it.
Oh,
And he's like,
exactly.
no.
He's probably like, shut up.
Yeah,
You're gonna put me in prison.
yeah,
Isn't there enough trouble now? And so he's like already not looking good. But yeah, I feel like he tried to kind of like fudge something, make it not sound so bad. But it's not going to work.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you do a reading on Ginny's in front of the 1/6 commission?
I did.
I must have missed it.
I feel
What was your sentence?
I was picking up that she was just going to go in there and do her little song and dance of the same old, the big lie. And she wasn't really going to, she just kind of waltzed in there with this weird kind of smile, walking down like, the queen is here. And Trump did win. But I never spoke to my husband. And I felt like she was going to kind of, do this little dance thing about it, but it's not helpful to the January 6th. They didn't get anything from her. And I feel like
a lie
was making,
they caught her in a lie because they have a text saying, to Meadows, and I talked to my best friend. Well, there's only one best friend for Jenny, and that's her husband. So, of course, whether that would hold up, that you can say best friend is only her husband. I don't know, but
my sense is that I feel like she was financially involved with January 6th, and that may come out. I don't feel like she's going to end up going to jail or something, but I feel like because of all this, there's a really good chance that Thomas says he's having health issues and ends up stepping down at some point, like after the elections or something like that. Probably not before, but I feel like that to kind of like, ease off us and leave her alone. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I do see him stepping down too. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was something, I think I may have texted Valerie about it, but I was like, something happened like a month ago. And I was sensing like there might be a deal,
Oh.
for, we're going to prosecute, you know, Ginny if you leave. But there's something that happened. I can't remember what it was. But also my guys say no more deals.
Yeah.
This is bad. I think they might, you know, put the pressure on for him to leave, and then
Mhm.
after he leaves, then they indict her.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
I think
because it's
this is
really
bad.
unfair that she
When
just
you
gets
have
away. Some people are above the law.
right, when you have Eastman and Navarro and this
Oh.
this general all pushing this conspiracy,
Yeah.
Okay.
for and fake electors and all this, every single one of them, I sense, are going down. They will be indicted.
Mhm.
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 You know, and Jenny, like you said, there's proof out there that she helped with this organization fund buses, and she's texting Meadows. They had all this email communication.
Oh yeah.
Ginny emailed people from Arizona and Wisconsin in the Republican Party about the fake electors. This is a conspiracy. There's no
Oh,
way she's going to be let off.
Okay.
You know,
I hope you're right.
I
this
think
is
that's true, and that's why he's gonna make a deal, and that's gonna force him to step down. That deal to save her, and then they'll claim it's health issues or whatever.
because
But is she going to end up in? Is she just going to get charged, or is she going to end up in jail?
No, she's not. I bet.
I don't see jail, but I think she's going to get charged.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be like home confinement, probation for,
You have to pay the
three,
money.
5 years or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to
Okay.
do, nothing to do with nonprofits and all that.
Hmm.
That
Mm.
kind of thing. Yeah. I just
Yeah.
asked you. I don't see jail,
Yeah.
but I was seeing this get out of free card a while ago. But then as the DOJ was digging in, and something happened, and I'm like, all of a sudden this download hit, and like, no more deals. The DOJ said no more deals.
Yeah. Wow.
That
Okay.
kind of thing. There's gonna be yeah, pretty much. She's a funny. She's
That's
gonna. She
right.
should be in a
That's
funny one.
that's
Yeah,
absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting. She just played that whole conspiracy thing like she's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, she avoided
That's
questions.
the card. Yeah. Exactly.
That was her only play.
It's her
Is that
only
all
play.
the J6
They
has
got
been?
her in black and white, so she can only,
Wow.
Big trouble. Okay. Let's see what our cards say in our intuition. I want to check this out. With the whole tensions within SCOTUS, everything going on, Roberts, leading the way.
Mhm.
How tenseful is it within? With their
How tense
ruling?
is,
You know what I mean, Sybil?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
how much tension is Roberts under?
Yeah. It's basically on Roberts. Because he's supposed to be the leader of the pack, right? Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
This isn't good.
Oh. Okay. I got the
I'm getting a
story.
lot of infighting. So they see what's going on in the public, right? All the messaging, all the Twitter, all that.
Mhm.
The center of the reading is all that messaging, the Page of Wands,
Mhm.
everything that's coming out, everything people are hearing. There, it's also my whistleblower card. There might even be aides or clerks that have said things.
Mhm.
and then I get a Tower, a drastic change, and all this infighting with the Five of Swords.
Yeah.
Wow. So Roberts within is trying to change the narrative.
Yeah, he's embarrassed
Yeah.
because of
He's embarrassed, so
Mhm.
Roberts comes as the magician, the creator, the master of all. And he's trying to change the narrative with the Three of Coins.
Mhm.
You know, it's like gaining abilities, and then he thinks he has power over the court. He can change the narrative.
Mhm.
But in the end, it's all an illusion.
Yeah,
There's
he's
a
got a
female,
position with no power. It's
yeah,
really just a
there's a
figurehead.
female, there's a there's a female coming in here in the
Mhm.
end with the Queen of Wands, one of the justices,
Mhm.
prosperity, and then everything's a delusion.
Mhm.
So, and there might be someone walking away here with that female energy.
You know what they say? I mean, I've heard this a million times, and I think it might be true. Amy Coney Barrett may be the next female to leave, but for
Not to
secret
leave.
purposes only.
I think
Because
she's leaving, but it might be. I'm sensing 2 years.
oh, you think it's that far
I
down?
do think Sybil. So on the bottom of my deck,
Um,
I have being trapped.
Mm.
So it's
okay.
like the Eight of Swords is like there's no way out.
Mm.
So he's trying to manifest, you know, a better SCOTUS, but there's issues.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
see him. He's got the right. He's a little and the left, and he's got his hands out like this. Um,
That's
and
that's the
the
magician
right
there.
is further away from him, and he's closer to his left, and he's trying to pull them together, like and present like we're still. See, we're all still. I got this, or make it look somewhat okay, but he's feeling stressed because he's trying to pull it or keep it together. And I feel like the influence now, this is my card for Russia, but it's also a card of finance and influence. So the court was influenced by money, by
Yep.
the Federalist Society, who some people say have connections for entertainment purposes only to Russia. So I
Yep.
feel like he was feeling like everything's going to be okay. We got, everything's paid, they paid, everything's backed. We got this. And then Trump uh, comes in, or, the crooked deals and dirt difficulties. They did they took away women's rights with Roe, and so things got that's not good.
Mhm.
And I still feel like I'm not sure if this is who this is coming in. Somebody coming in. I don't feel like that's Roberts, but I feel like somebody is that the DOJ? Is that Biden? I don't know who that is. To is it truth coming in? Okay, might be the DOJ.
I'm not sure the
Uh,
DOJ has any power over the
no.
SCOTUS.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not sure who this is. Um,
Is it a
but
king or a queen?
bringing in discipline, like I don't know if this is the Democrats bringing in truth. This is the Knight of Swords, but I read them differently
Oh,
than most
okay.
people. So
Well,
something's going to come in and help us, but yeah,
he-
he's
yeah.
feeling stressed. He's feeling the pressure of the Trumpsters and all that. And
That Knight of Swords is usually my investigation card.
okay, there we go. I'll go with that. Yeah.
You know, like the FBI or something behind the scenes.
Yeah. It feels like some kind of somebody coming in with the truth, and they're gonna like fix these problems with investigation. I'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do
Okay.
you sense they're gonna re-up the Kavanaugh leaks?
Re-up.
Yeah, there was like 4,500, you know, um,
People that were complaining about his sexual harassment and other things.
Well,
He
I
has
feel
done.
like he's sitting there at the court
Oh.
and somebody comes up from behind. I saw this a long time ago. Somebody comes up from behind him with some paperwork, like a case or evidence, and goes, "Excuse me, sir, would you come with us?"
Mhm.
And so he's going to have some legal problems. He may end up, if the Dems take over, yeah, I feel like there's trouble. I don't know if I'd be interested to look at if we're going to expand the court or limit the term. It's not going to be lifetime
Oh, yeah.
appointment.
Yeah.
Or I do see Biden. If Clarence steps down, he'll be able to add another justice.
Yeah.
That would
I mean, technically with Roberts as the swing, he's he feels like a reasonable mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, there should be someone in my mind, someone in the middle as the chief judge. And if Biden can get another liberal judge that has reason, that would actually be a fair court,
Yeah. This may be that Roberts is getting the help that he needs because of these investigations with Clarence Thomas or Kavanaugh. Then he'll get the help that he needs.
Wheezy, I like beer. But yeah, but I was sensing maybe December they're gonna re-up the investigation into Kavanaugh with all the sexual harassment, because there was 45,000 tips into Kavanaugh when he was getting up for SCOTUS.
So are we ready for my?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, Tyler, you want to join us?
Yes, I would like to explain what I got for Justice Roberts, and I got positive movement forward. And what I got from that is, and you notice the water seem a little, it's not totally choppy, but a little bit. And I feel like he would like to see that happen, but he has many obstacles and challenges. And I feel like one of the worries and the mental conflicts he's having isn't just how hectic and torn up the energy of the Supreme Court is. I think that he also knows in the back of his mind that he was given money to pay his debt off and his house and all the other things that he ran up and he joined the Supreme Court. And I think he's a Bush appointee. But the point of the matter is it will be found out, and he will retire. He will move on. He'll leave.
Wow.
Yeah. When they get a message about, okay, we know what's going on, we're going to indict a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
You have an option.
Yep.
Leave and retire, or you're going to be spending time in prison.
I'm not saying that after he retires, they may or may not find out. I think this is the other part of it. There's so many things that are going on and so many things that have eroded our trust in our government that I believe that in the balance of keeping everything together and looking like things are working, they will let these people step down and leave because they're worried about looking like we are some kind of, banana republic government.
We are a banana republic.
That's what
I think that already happened.
it's something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
They aren't.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to still keep it looking, not as crazy as Trump had it. still out there.
Unfortunately, there's a little tact involved with the last 4 years of the former guy.
Now, Kavanaugh, I could see him getting Well, at least, for lying, they should.
Well, we got 3 of them that lied about
Oh,
precedent.
they're all busy lying.
But, as far as a impeachment goes, you need 60. Was it 60 or 66? No, it was
60
100
I'm
to
not
remove.
60 is a filibuster.
It's 66 to remove, or 67.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's 2/3 of the Senate to remove
Uh-huh.
from an impeachment.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 60 for the filibuster, but it's like
So
45
they
went.
stepped down.
Yeah, 45 went through the impeachment and whatnot, but they needed 2/3 vote over to remove him from office,
Right.
which is 67. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I know, right? All right, Allison. It's just a sad thing, but there's no, our SCOTUS is unprotected or protected. There's no laws. We need our Dems in to get those laws passed.
Mhm.
So SCOTUS and federal judges are not protected like they are.
Yeah.
On that note,
Oh,
do you want to? I think it's a good time to hide that, delete that. Let's just see what our cards say about the Senate and House, what Spirit has to say, and the plan for after January, when everyone's sworn in for the new Congress. Let's just see what the Spirit has to say. What do you think? Beyond all the chaos, beyond all the investigations, January.
what will our government look like?
What will our government look like?
Okay.
So, me, myself, I look for cups for Democrats, wands for Republicans. So let's see what my cards have to say. It will never happen. Too much butter on those loaves of bread. Well, I like butter.
So we're talking about January 2023. What will our government look like?
After everyone's, what is it? Is it the 20th or summer? Or are they sworn in earlier?
I'm not sure when they're sworn.
Let's just concentrate after swearing in the new Congress. After swearing in the new Congress.
Only the energies.
What's the energy? What's the universe going to give us? Because they can tell us that.
Yeah.
My guy just showed me a lot of blue. Let's see what the cards say. God, they're never fair. They just keep telling me about investigations. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I got to redo something else. I threw my toss in a spread, and it's telling me all the investigations going on, all the corruption is going to be rooted out. All the
really?
FBI's on the work.
That's what I'm getting. Like,
calmer waters coming.
Yeah.
And then I have, well, this is Democratic. Knight of Wands is universal energies, strength and love, and then Queen of Swords. And it's like the law will prevail. But I have all that dark money, all the investigations into the dark money, all the greed and avarice, all the money investigations into. But I have the FBI and all our investigative teams, prosecutors working hard with that Knight of Swords. Chariot moving forward and things getting calmer. So it didn't tell me who they just want to talk about all these huge investigations going on.
I am just laughing. I got tons of cups,
But good, because I got investigations.
but and mine are all sweet, cute cards. I mean, I'm like, what are they talking about? It's like living in a fantasy world here.
Well, if we get Democrats in,
That's what it looks like
at
to
least
me.
55 senators, and keep the House, we're
Yeah.
golden. Everything's going to pass.
Yeah, every card I pull.
But when did you say this is a reading for next year or after the election?
For like January after they're all
I'm trying to focus on after everyone's sworn in.
Yeah.
Next January. It's like after the 20th kind of feeling. After the new Congress is sworn in.
Okay. I don't know if I understood that when I pulled, but go ahead.
Wow. I am telling you. These cards are hilarious.
Like I said, when I toss my cards, they tell me what they tell me. I asked about after that, and all it wanted to tell me is about all these investigations going on.
I'm telling you, mine, new beginning, fast, something about the money.
I'm gonna grab a different deck.
Something about the money.
It's always about the money.
Yeah. And their castle, this is probably the Republicans' castle of happiness that they've created. And we got the lovers, and we got some delusions going on. But at the end of the day, we've got celebration, cups, 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 nostalgia. Oh, well, he's looking at his cups like they aren't enough. But what I have after that is, I think these are the Republicans. They're trying to defend themselves, but at the end of the day, there's judgment. So whoever's left and whatever's going on, it is going to be more of a blue wave, or the energy is tilting in the favor of, I think, the Dems. Let me put it this way. I feel like the moderate Republicans are waking up and smelling the coffee, and that there'll even be more cooperation across the aisle in Congress. And maybe in the House as well. I feel like some of the rhetoric is going to end.
I think that has to do a lot of it. Because they're just telling me in my throw, it's like investigations.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Mine's a Pollyanna read.
If you don't come to the good side of the force, you're gonna go down with flames, right?
Yeah. Oh.
So that would imply that the former guy is going down before then. And
it would imply that, because this says to me that people have woken up. Even though they're there, they are going to vote, reach across the aisle and be more moderate. And things are going to get done. There's going to be more balance and more working together, more harmony.
What do you think, Sybil? What do you got for
Well, I pulled 3 cards. So the beginning, the issue is that people are unhappy with what's going on in the country. People are, worried about, our democracy, and the Republicans want to take it back. And I got, I feel like even if the Democrats win, there's going to be lawsuits. These people aren't just going to walk away and go, okay, and be, good losers. They're going to be sore losers. There's going to be lawsuits. There's going to be, trouble with, accepting what happened. that if they lose elections, and I feel like after that, all that, because I keep seeing, when I see elections, I see a Democrat winning, and then I see Republicans coming like with all these disheveled papers, like Rubio. He's like, and he's carrying these papers, and he's like, because I see Val Demings up there going, "Thank you, I won." Everyone's cheering, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm going to have a lawsuit here because they're not just going to like go, oh, okay, we'll be grown-ups." They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
They're going to pull whatever crap they can and do the whole thing. And so that's all this. Whoa. But eventually, there we go. A brand new start, a new beginning.
Yeah, I think it's all going to happen after November. You're going to see all the things you're talking about, Sybil. All those things are going to happen right after, when they feel cheated.
Yeah, they're not just going to walk away because that's what grown up, be a good loser. Oh, no. They're going to have lawsuits. They're going to say it was a rig.
But I don't think the lawsuits are going to last till January.
No. Yeah, but there's going to be whatever kind of mishigas, like you were saying, investigations or what, and looking into, was there, and all this stuff still coming out until finally things settle down, and then we can go, okay, now we got a new start.
Yeah, exactly. I got that. The Fool was one of the first cards that I got.
Okay.
Start.
Well, the rule of law is going to function in this election, because if it isn't within 1% or whatever, there's no recount. They can scream all they want.
Very good.
Whatever.
And the
so I tossed again. I tossed again on the energy.
So did I.
Because I was just thinking,
I used the Farmer Tarot, and I got a bunch of bad stuff.
I'm just like, it doesn't want to tell me about Democrats winning.
5 of Winter.
Wait a minute. The Sun. Wait a minute. Which one do I got here? The Sun. Everything's coming to light. What happened?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I got, but mine was reversed.
Coming to light. The insurrection I'm feeling with the 5 of Wands, and then we have Lady Justice riding in.
And I got greed and whatnot and swords.
I had that 3 times, that greed. I'm like, I want to know about Democrats, and it's just talking about all the money.
I got a cups, out of cups. But
I'm like, show me a cup. It won't show me a cup.
The swords must for me be Republicans, because I was getting a lot of swords.
I just put it in my mind. I said cups, Democrats, show me wands for Republicans. But
okay, you're right.
They're just giving me, because those wands are all about messaging, right? Yeah. Mixed messaging.
Yes.
Yes, because they don't do anything, right? All they do is blah blah blah. So that's that energy in the universe.
Well, the swords are that mental they're putting out there. So I think of it that way too.
Do it that way too.
On the airwaves.
I do the swords for investigations, or that.
Oh, you do, yeah. That's probably
negative action or positive action, one of the two. But I get what you're saying.
I just want to interrupt for a minute and change the subject. I saw something flash up that said someone was trying to email me and they couldn't get a hold of me or something.
Yeah,
I put that email trouble. So if you're trying to email me, send it again. I don't know who that was, but it.
Yeah, I think Sheila there was maybe trying to hook up with a collab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Sheila, just send Sybil another email, and hopefully she'll get it. Or maybe you typed it in wrong. Who knows? Or you're responding to you. Anywho. Oh, you sent the email to Sheila.
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Anyway.
Okay.
Sheila's trying to.
I've had Mercury retrograde issues.
Yeah, exactly.
With you, Sybil. Okay. back to questions since we're having so much fun here. I think there was some other SCOTUS one. Let's go this quick. So Nat was wondering if behind the scenes are Dems and Republicans, some, actually working together.
I mean, in a good way or a bad way?
A good way. Because we know 45 is crazy.
Okay.
They all have to lie.
I'm gonna
We know
mute.
darn well most of them, even like McCarthy, they don't believe the junk they're actually saying. It's all about their base, right? So actually, behind the scenes, are there Dems and Republicans actually working together? Or any? There might be a few, I kind of sense. Sorry, spirits. Oklahoma does feel kind of crazy. I think retrograde has ended. We're probably on the tail end of busting out of it. At least I'm probably not till November. I think so, in a way. The smart Republicans know what's coming. The smart Republicans know that the DOJ is going to be indicting people. I have the government, I have the DOJ, and I have prison.
Oh.
The smart Republicans know what's coming down the pike. They're not dumb. They know that the DOJ is going to indict people for this 1-6, the fake electors. They know. Mm-hmm. There is going to be a tower moment. It's coming. So we have the Eight of Wands. We have energy moving forward. We have a tower moment. And this is my card. Oops. And this is my card for indictments. Subpoena, indictments, coming. Secretly, they're pulling away from the former guy. With the Hermit, that's all about introspection, what I did, the compromise, everything. And then here's the former guy coming in again with the King of Coins. That's him. And then energy to the positive. So they are shifting their narrative behind the scenes, the smart ones, because they know everything's going down. They're not dumb. McCarthy, he's going to fail. You can't be a leader when you're dumb. Yeah. And their little pamphlet trick, you've seen that they were passing out pamphlets at all these rallies or whatever. This is the GOP plan. Whatever. What you fine ladies got? That's right, Weezy. Get some popcorn ready.
I feel like they are. They've been disillusioned. And I think they're working together. I think they're actually going to celebrate. They're going to get things done. I mean, right now, even with Liz Cheney, for an example, but they have this feeling, some of them are mistrustful. They aren't sure what's going on, but they're reflecting about everything, and they're honing what they're doing, working, together. And I think this is the end of that old regime. It's stepping back, taking a rest. The big DT, Donald Trump, he's on his way out. So those energies, but they're still feeling. And I drew a few more cards just to get the flavor. There is going to be a feeling of being successful in getting things done, whether that means, legislatively or actually getting things done with the Trump thing. There's going to be truth. And the sacral chakra, which is a little bit of fear and stuff, but the waiting game, they're just going to play a waiting game. And 2 last cards, mental conflict and heartache. It is sad to them that their party became what it is. And they're feeling that loss, that regret of that cohesion of a good, solid party that the Republican Party used to be before the Tea Party of the Sarah Palin days for entertainment.
Sarah Palin.
The Sarah Palin Tea Party days, it slid quickly. After the McCain didn't want to pick her, but had her as a, running mate. This nonsense rhetoric started then. So, I mean, I feel their grief. I feel their grief when I did those cards. Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay,
I
should I go?
had to pull all those cards together.
Go ahead, Sybil.
Okay, so because of all the criminality and the lawsuits, ruh-roh, and people getting arrested and indicted, whoa, we got trouble. Maybe we will, try to work, some of them are going to try to, be more agreeable or do, like there's even some Republicans backing Democrat candidates rather than the MAGA people. So some of them, the smart ones, like you said, yeah. Now, till they can win the White House, they think there's still a chance, 2024, they're going to put out some bad messaging about the Dems. They're still going to try to do that. But then once we win the White House again in 2024, then people are going to be a little more like, okay, that maybe all that wasn't working too well, So.
Same card I got for you.
Yeah, I feel like some of them will, and try to make it. Some of them will work a little bit, but yeah, then they'll try the messaging thing again for 2024, so they can get the White House, but they won't. And then maybe work together. Then will they? Let's see the pendulum. I do the pendulum too. Will they work? Yeah, I feel like some of them already are, like the smart ones. And then some of them that don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. Well, it's all about their base.
What?
It's all about their base.
Yeah.
If they change their message now, they're not going to win in November.
Right.
So once they find out they win in these red districts, then they'll be like, I'm out of I can, stop with the Tito.
Again? You can be
Stop with the Tito love. Now let's get to work. Otherwise, we're hosed,
That must be such a strain to have to. It's almost living like under Putin's regime, under the Trump dynasty.
Yeah,
it's similar, right?
I can't remember what someone's book or maybe even Liz Cheney said it. It's like there was something going on about voting or something. Oh yeah, Liz Cheney said it, and he was talking to whatever GOP, and the guy goes, "The things we do for the orange Jesus."
Yes. There you go.
They can't change their messaging. They just have to follow the path, right?
Oh God.
The things we do for the orange Jesus when they don't want to do it.
Exactly.
So we just got to pray smart people get out there and vote.
I still think he's there's not that big of a base behind him, and it almost feels like when 45 goes out and speaks for these candidates, he's like he hasn't been helping people win for a long time. They still think he's helping them win.
He buries them
in red states, maybe in red states, but in a lot of states he's helping them lose.
He helps them lose so good. I mean, it's really hilarious. Well, you did it again. Thank you, Trump.
And then to change the things he says, like I could on Hannity, like why didn't Hannity edit that? You can change, you can unclassify documents just by I thought it.
I think like they didn't edit
they wanted
to run because they wanted
Wasn't it live?
Yeah, they wanted that thing. That was too good to mess up.
That was like a moment in infamy. What?
Yes, exactly.
What did he just say? Or they were really after Hillary's emails. They're still looking for them in Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago,
right? Trying to get a section 13 or whatever they call
like a cartoon from Roger Rabbit. I'm like, wait, what? What did he say?
He wants to be put in the psych ward.
Who believes that stuff? I'm like, oh my God.
He didn't have his tinfoil hat on that night.
Unreal stuff.
Oh.
Let's do a 3-card on Ketanji. She just had her first.
Oh yeah.
She just had her first. What do you call that? Deliberation or response to a. Because there's something going on with SCOTUS right now about the voting rights from Louisiana case or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a great response. So what's Ketanji's feeling being on the Supreme Court now? I think she really feels like she can do change hearts and minds right now. I feel like she feels like she's got a powerful position. Like it's like she ain't gonna let the people down. Being the first Black woman on SCOTUS and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel so much power from her.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
she is very smart.
What do you want to call it? A woman of a generation. I'm just feeling so much love and power from her. It's like I'm not going to let people down.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Great honor, and I'm going to do my best.
Exactly. She has a lot of nobility.
Yeah, I'm sensing it right now.
Yeah. Oh.
3 cards for Ketanji.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
Goodness.
It's all good, though.
I guess I was sensing her soul, but it's a waiting time. So she's feeling the power with the Knight of Cups being there.
Mm-hmm.
But then I have the 10 of Swords because it's a chaotic court.
Mm-hmm.
So then the 4 of Cups. It's a waiting game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's going to stay in her power, but the current dynamics of the court, she's not feeling it. But she's going with that Knight of Cups, or no, coins. I'm sorry, slow and steady. This is coins. My bad. The slow and steady wins the race because that 10 of Swords. It's not a great place right now. Within. Mm-hmm. So have patience with that 4 of Summer, the 4 of Cups. But it's tapping into her energy. She feels powerful and good.
Yeah, definitely.
But the dynamic of the court is chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I sense anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
I wish it was the Knight of Cups, but I got the coin. I don't know why I was thinking. I wish it was. But that's kindness to others. Knight of Coins, it says caution but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, and kindness to others. So that's there. You guys got anything else on Ketanji? You're still tossing.
I got something.
Go for it, darling.
Go ahead, Val. You want to go ahead?
Oh, okay. I think this is her, how she's feeling, the Empress. And I feel like
Beautiful.
she feels like she has all the tools in her toolbox to do all this wonderful work. So she's excited about it. And I think she's going to use her magic wand to make things happen. But it's a new beginning for her. And I think this is the feeling of what's going on in the Supreme Court. She's looking from a little different perspective that way. I feel like things that she's hearing and things that are coming from the other justices are not really setting well with her, but what can she do? She's pulling back a little from it all. But at the end of the day, there will be balance. She's going to have it happen. She's going to make it happen. At least in her side of the decisions, because she will formulate wonderful decisions.
I think you're right. With what's his name who retired? I forgot his name.
Oh, Justice Scalia?
Breyer.
Breyer.
Oh, Justice Breyer, yeah. I mean, he was a good man. He was a good man, Justice Breyer, but Ketanji brings a whole new power to it. And like you said with the Empress.
I think she feels her power. Just like you were saying originally before you did your cards, she feels her power. She has this noble presence that is filled with presence. This amazing energy comes from her, just like the Empress.
Right. I think that it almost feels like the men have a weakness now that there's more women on the court.
I think you're right. Energetically, yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing. Are you ready?
The other way.
What other way?
I was trying to high five now, but you got to do.
My camera has you here and me here like that, but you're.
You gotta do the opposite way.
I got you. Okay,
right.
We got it. Now I know. I got it.
Are you talking to me?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Sybil. I'm sorry.
You're talking to me?
You're talking to me.
You're talking to me?
Yo.
Sybil.
Go ahead, honey.
What are you talking about? They're talking to me? Okay.
We're being silly.
We're just being silly. You go, girlfriend.
I was not really looking at the court because we all know the court is like people are the what do you call it is so the rating whatever from people public is in the lower than it's ever been. But I was looking at her and the first card I got was this is my ascended. I went for the ascended master deck mostly.
Nice.
And so I got Baba G. Now I'm pretty sure that Baba G is still alive. He's an ascended master. So what my guides are showing me is like visions of like, you know how Oprah has a presence or Martin Luther King, even more powerful, like when you hear him speak and you look at him, he is like an angel or an ascended master that came here
Right.
and spoke those words, and then gave his life to help people and change the planet. And Ruth Gator, can I say the name? I'm channeling Gator Binsberg.
Bader
Ruth Ginsburg. She was like that. But I feel like this woman is very powerful, and I do agree with positive change. So I got this Hindu goddess, positive change. I feel like she will be a teacher. So she brings, like, the men are looking at her going, huh?
Definitely.
It's like a whole, because she's not really even saying that much, but she
game
brings
up
this.
to about here. She ups the game so much that
Yeah,
they
they're
have,
like, wait, what? How,
She brings
how's that?
dynamic. She
There
brings
was no
greater
federal
dynamic to the
society, there
court.
was no money, there was no thing. She just got here. How did that happen? Okay. So, but she's a teacher. She's going to teach them. And I got this card. I'm like, why are you showing me crystals? Because amethyst is sobriety. She's sober. She's like, okay, let's bring this all back to, like, okay, what are we doing here? And how can we address these issues in a, sober, fair, rational way? And then I got the Queen of Cups with her as, emotional stability, nurturing. So these are all really powerful cards. And yeah, the court, not in a good space, but I almost feel like, kind of like, she knew that, but she's not stepping in it. Like, I almost see her stepping around it, like, oh, you stepped in it. Like, oh, you gotta clean your shoes off now. But she's like looking at that going, what? And step around that. And she has her head high. Yeah.
oh man, she's up in those guys' game, something fierce. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she is a force. I'm liking that.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I really think that's one of the
I
best
love
things.
the Baba G. I love Baba G. Baba
Yeah.
G.
Is he
Yeah.
still alive?
Yeah, he
Okay, so he's one of the few. I knew it was somebody
doesn't
like
die.
that is still alive, and they're one of the few ascended masters that are still here in body. Most of them are here in light form helping us, but he's still here in body, and that's where I feel like she's in that realm.
Ooh, ooh, you just gave me the chills. It's good stuff.
Yeah, these are great questions. Because that's a great question.
So let's hit Judge Cannon for rating in that ass. It was something I was picking up Sunday in my Sunday coffee readings. But Cannon in Florida there was picked, after Trump lost. She was put in there
Oh,
after the election, right?
Yes, right.
what? Oh, that's why she's beholden.
Yeah.
She's not even really supposed to be there.
It shouldn't have been, right?
Right.
Ooh.
Shouldn't
But
have
Mitch had to bring it on after the fact, just like Coney Barrett. Yeah, I think she was voted in after Barrett was.
Wow. Wow.
So let's just get that energy. Was this part of the whole plan? Because
And
45.
then isn't it, sorry, too bad that Merrick Garland got in there after he wasn't nominated. Now he's
This is going to be very, very,
Oh.
very karmic for Merrick Garland.
divine
Oh.
justice. Divine
I
justice.
hate it when that happens. I hate it when they screw people
They
over.
had a
and
better-
have to
They
pay.
had a better position for him to be in down the road, presiding over the DOJ.
Yeah, I'm sure the GOP and 45 are like, oh shit.
What? Wait, what? You're not nominating who? You got who?
You couldn't have planned this better.
Merrick Garland. Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no. Uh-oh.
And he's a man who gets the job done.
And
Putting his
everybody
nose
was
to
saying,
the
"Can
grindstone.
prosecute?" Huh?
He's putting his nose to the grindstone and just getting the job done, even though we
Heck,
think he's not
they
doing
delayed
anything.
his appointment. They delayed his vote until like what, 4 months after the election.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
He didn't even get in until May,
exactly.
April or May.
I
And Scorpios go deep. They will watch you. They will sit there and kind of play with you and watch you. Then, oh, there they go. I think now would be a good time to indict them. Oh, what's the question?
Just kind of look at canon,
Okay.
about the appointment and everything. I'm getting she's not gonna be effective anymore soon.
Ooh.
well, they've already discovered she can't write a decision. She doesn't know how to.
It may even be this
She's a
SCOTUS
third
thing, but
grader
I
writing
know
it.
the DOJ. See what I got all these. So I'm getting all these secrets behind the scenes that they know about. There may have been some payoff or her seat. With a page of coins, you see there's some new. This isn't a past position.
Mhm,
So it's either a new position or some money, but I'm thinking this is her position.
mhm,
But it's going to be a failure here, a drastic change here with that tower.
mhm.
So moving forward, this is why I think she's going to be hampered
Ooh.
with the him appealing to the Supreme Court is actually a bad thing because then the 11th Circuit's going to rule, and she's going to be shut out after that.
Yeah, she really is.
Everything that she's been doing in the past is going to be, and what she's done with her rulings with that Page of Wands is going to be the Eight of Swords, locked
Mhm,
up, nothing happening, it ain't going to
mhm.
fly. And
Yeah.
then we got everything good moving forward. Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters, justice has been served, and then angelic energy.
Mhm.
So the whole thing's going to eventually fail.
Yeah, I
Big.
got the same kind of thing. I got uh, the Justice card, the Moon, the
Got the same
Judgment
thing.
card, and she's going to have to be looking out for the greener pastures because she's not going to have
Yeah.
the same job anymore.
I got heartbreak.
Yeah.
So it's not this is not a good situation for her. Wait, and the light's kind of shining in my car. It's hard to see. Okay, there it is.
Oh, I
Right.
see it
Heartbreak.
fine. I
Yeah.
see it
Yeah, these
fine.
are really bad cards I got. Reversed justice coming for her, and karma is gonna come in and not good. Nothing wasn't good to start, and it's really not.
Of course not.
That's right.
Yeah. What's her future going to be? Because it
Who?
takes Judge Cannon.
Okay.
Like Holly said, well, she can be impeached, right? But that, like I said, it takes a trial, 67 senators to remove.
Mhm. Will she be impeached? Or will she step down in shame? I mean, I don't know.
I'm kind of hearing she's going to learn her lesson.
Mm,
But I'm not sure.
I keep getting this card for her.
Yeah, she's got a choice.
She's going to step down and be embarrassed when she's removed.
Okay, I got.
Democrats, positive
Go ahead.
energy. Huh. Okay.
You gonna go? Go ahead. Or
Yeah,
you want
go
me to?
ahead.
Okay. Well, I got something like, is she gonna be impeached? What's her future? I feel like she's dissatisfied. They offer something is offered. They're considering and looking. There's something about with money. So apparently, she took money from the Federalist Society
Probably,
and
yeah.
so was paid off or whatever. So that's going to come out. And that's pretty much going to be the end of her. Now, I don't know how her career is going to end, but this is the world upside down. That is a big ending. I'm feeling like she's kind of chained, like I see uh, um, symbolic chains, like I'm chained to the Federalist Society, I'm chained to certain things. I hear songs from my guides. Chains, my baby's got me locked up in
Yeah.
chains.
Every
That
once in
one,
a while, I get songs too. Every once in a while.
yeah. So I see that. And then I see her stepping off the bench and walking out the door. So she might decide to leave and it looks shameful, or she might, I don't feel like she's going anywhere good and nice. This is an ending.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, when they look at the money, it's just like she could be offered, like you could not be so um, making these rulings that don't even make any sense, but she doesn't accept that. And then the money stuff comes out, or they're looking at that. But I ultimately feel like it not a not a good ending for her, and she still looks fairly young. She's young. I don't see her like as an older person, after a long career on the bench. I see her probably within years or months, walking, stepping down or leaving. Oh, I'm going to go do something else,
Mm-hmm.
not so she won't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Will she be impeached? Did you see her being impeached?
I don't know.
I don't see her being impeached. I see her leaving.
No, I'm not getting the impeachment, but I am seeing that maybe there's a talk of that or something like that. But then I'm not really getting a yes on an impeachment either.
I'm thinking Atha is on the right track.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Knight
you
of
must be psychic.
Knight of Coins and Loss. I think she's going to lose her license.
There you
She'll
go.
still she'll
That
still,
could
still
be.
be on the bench. She'll still be on the bench, but she'll eventually. I think she will probably leave.
Well, when I saw those documents when it comes out that, for entertainment purposes only, that Jared sold some and they were using a monetary for giving away and using our secrets. And I feel like that's going to come out and that's really going to make her like, woo, that's, I'm
Well,
like, that's what
that's
I see
what
happened, but I don't know if that's going to come out and we're all going to get to see that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look what we found out.
you mean with
Mm-hmm.
Jared.
What N45? Because they did the
Oh,
original. I believe the original was treason or what do you call that? Spying, sedition. Yeah.
so
No,
selling secrets. Oh,
I
you
don't
could.
either. They don't know what he did with the documents, or they're not saying yet because they're playing their cards close. But I don't feel like they know everything. But
Oh, I
when that
think
all comes out, she's going to look really bad that she was helping after
probably.
he
I
stole
got,
our
yeah,
country's secrets.
I got that she, is disillusioned with everything.
Yeah,
She's
that's what the
hearing,
card I got.
she's
Yeah.
hearing a lot. She's getting a lot of mental conflict, hearing a lot of, what from everybody about her decision making, and I think, it. She's been called to the carpet. I mean, publicly by the DOJ even, She's
Yeah, and
feeling
the
like
11th Circuit.
she wants to make a decision to get out of there. She balance wise, it's not a good thing. Something fast is happening. Her craft is failing. Her craft judgeship, and she's going to look again for greener pastures. I don't see any kind of indictment, or I mean, I don't see an impeachment, but I do see her feeling very disillusioned, realizing that she's not very good at what she's doing, and that people can see it in her written work.
From what I read on the legal minds on Twitter that I follow, she can still be a judge without having a law license.
Oh,
because
really?
she has to be impeached to be removed.
Oh.
That's what I read. I could be wrong, but that's what the legal minds like Joyce Vance and Glenn Kirshner and all these other people.
Base of the deck. She's going on to smoother waters.
Eventually, I do see it.
Your ego can't take constantly being demeaned and feeling like you weren't really in your job because of your merit. And at the end of the day, she isn't in her job because of her merit, and her flaws are showing. How long can an ego live with that kind of, opinion about you? I think it would.
Yeah, it's for. I mean, these federal judges, there's no laws on them. They're basically in there.
They're in there.
Unless they're impeached.
It would just be the pressure that would make her leave. The pressure.
Yeah, that's the problem. But the Democrats there with White House and others and Jamie Raskin or whatever, they have their thoughts about bills to change this. But we need to vote, get our Democrats in, and it'll happen.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. Oops. Ukraine is advancing. They're doing great. They're getting it all back. Yeah,
Putin must be beside himself. I'm telling you. Yeah, he must be freaking out that his
if she was off the court, he would have no law license and she couldn't practice law. So yeah. It's just a sad thing. Okay. Yeah. We're already at 1:30, so not too much longer. What's going to happen to those buildings in Florida and homes that were not up to code? Well, they're probably flooded and going to be condemned. That was your question there. So yeah, let's just see what the energy is about. So they say like 18% of the people had flood insurance.
18%. Wow. I bet that was expensive.
And I'm sure most of these people don't have, because the flood insurance is too expensive, they say, Are these people going to rebuild or get out of Dodge? Personally, I think they ought to get out of Dodge because once all this melting happens, it's going to be underwater in 10 years anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Now, I think it was the governor, I think it was South Carolina or North Carolina, but one of those states, the governor did this thing where people who were living on the shoreline, the state would buy their property because you can't live there. It's getting flooded. There's going to be another big hurricane. I'm looking at next June or July in this same area. They're still going to be rebuilding. And with the water levels rising, I'm like, some of those areas, I'm sorry to say, people probably don't want to hear that.
No, I think you're right.
If you can put in enough structure, if you can build it so you're like 10 feet off the ground and you got some big water wall. I mean, that's what they have to start doing to protect from these big storms.
Right.
So how are they going to do? And then just the mold itself from water damage
Yeah.
can cause illness for years. You have to tear everything out and treat it. And I mean, oh my God, only 18% were insured? That's terrible.
That's a lot of freaking money.
Oh boy. I kind of get that they should just move out of the area.
Well, some people, if they can build it,
Childhood memories, they're going to be leaving. And I mean, this is what got destroyed. So many childhood memories and things from having houses destroyed and personal effects. And this is kind of like an Ace of Swords saying yes, heartbreak. And if they stay there, it's a cycle that will continue, like you were saying, Sybil, in May or whenever in this coming year. Yeah, it's.
I got that too.
Yes,
The
right.
destruction, the loss of everything.
Yes, right.
Little
Yeah.
introspection
Yes.
with the hermit.
Yeah.
Look, it's flooded. You're
Yes.
stuck and flooded.
Oh, that's it.
These people should really move on.
Yes, exactly. That's what I got. It's an endless cycle of heartbreak.
They will, yeah. Because if you're not at least 5 feet over sea level,
Yeah.
anywhere, you
Yeah.
should move.
Well, my husband says, well, Florida's swamp. It's all swamp. So, it's not exactly, a safe place for building unless you're, like you said, building up. But then you still have the wind to deal with. But
well, I think Charlie Crist is more open to climate, and I wish he would. I'd hear him speak more on that, because I believe DeSantis is a climate denier. He was trying to say
he's a climate
this
denier.
is biblical. I'm like somehow God
He
was
is.
punishing you or something,
Yeah.
and maybe it was the Democrats who did it. Maybe they could figure that out. But
Yeah.
sorry to say that, but I don't. What are they? I think that Charlie Crist, that's his name, the Democrat running down there, I think he wants to do some things for environment. And they have already been doing some things, because some of their rivers and their streets, just like when the king tide comes, they're just all in water. And
Yeah.
they haven't really been calling it climate change, but they've been doing some stuff. But I think Charlie Crist wants to actually call a thing and say, this is climate change, and we need to do some, put in support for people, or maybe even have the state buy he hasn't said that, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know what his position is on that, but I know he's a lot more open to climate change and doing something about it.
Yeah, and maybe they could come up with some package for people that they are assisted in rebuilding by the foundation, extra money given to them to raise their foundations up to 5 or 6 feet off the ground, so they don't have that constant flooding every time inside their house.
A lot of people have already been doing that on the coast, raising it up.
Yeah, you've got to raise it up. That's the only way to live there and not have heartbreak.
I was looking at those ice shelves that are melting.
Mm-hmm.
The one up by Greenland, whatever, that's all. I was getting that's all coming. That's going to raise the sea levels or the ocean level 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Antarctica, scientists were saying if it all comes, you're talking 12 feet level.
Oh, I heard that.
How much?
The whole feet. Yes, all the icebergs and
if it all comes. It's cracked right now in Antarctica because the ocean water is warm and it's melting underneath.
Yes.
So that ice shelf, all that ice will crack. And then it goes out and melts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My guides are telling me 4 feet. Within 10 years, 4 feet sky.
Yeah. Well, in here in Northern California, we've had, in Southern California too, but it's almost like 2 different states because we're so far away. But we had some really extreme fires in 2017 and 20, like where it was like Armageddon, like the sky was orange, you could hardly breathe. I
Yeah.
was in my house with 5 air purifiers going, what do I do? What do I do to my guides? And they're like telling me, just stay here.
Yeah.
Because if you drive, you're driving in 8 hours of smoke. There's nowhere to even go. So
Right.
they told me just stay here, and I was okay. I just stayed. But now, when there's the tiniest little grass fire, there's like 20 trucks there in like matter of minutes. They're doing things to, you know, control burns and doing things to. They're raking the leaves like 45 cents. No, just
They're
kidding.
getting their stuff together
Yeah,
finally.
they are. So they're being more prepared. And Newsom has been putting in stuff, and other people have been putting in stuff to make us more prepared for that. But I also feel like there's going to be a lot of rain this fall and this winter. There's going to be unpredictable things with water, like for years. There's going to be unpredictable things with water. And that's an astrology read, but it's also Florida's just going to keep getting plummeted.
Yeah. It's true because
until
climate change
we
involves,
and get
climate change
moving forward.
involves
Yeah.
more hurricanes, more, and they say the rainforest, the Amazon deforestation, and is also causing great climate change.
Yeah.
And the wind and the way the rain, you know, how it works on our planet, that Amazon was perfect to keep our planet moist and all this other stuff, this ecosystem that goes on there. And we've lost a lot of that. But,
thanks to Bolsonaro.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
need to
So
pray Lula wins.
so that you have the extra water, lots and lots of rain, like Sybil said, lots of rain. We're going to get lots of rain.
So
I would have to sense certain areas, so it depends.
Yeah, certain areas.
I think of my area, I'm not seeing all that this winter in my area.
Are you in Florida?
No, I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
For the winter, it feels pretty mild to me.
Okay, good. Well, I am seeing for
It feels
Florida
like an
next.
average winter.
I'm seeing for Florida next year actually more heat now, but then I'm seeing the year after people having to move away from the water because there's too much water.
That makes sense.
I could believe it.
Mm-hmm.
They should do it now, especially if you lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. You want to, yeah.
I would start over.
Yeah, I have a friend up here who rebuilt in every 40 years, that whole area, it's a wind tunnel, it burns, and they built there anyway, and then she rebuilt there, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, in 40 years, she may not be there anymore, but that's...
Oh, well, anyway,
anyway.
I just wanted to let everyone know I got a notice on one of my Twitter feeds. 5 current and former IRS employees are charged with defrauding the federal government from COVID-19 relief programs.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is just like bold of them, employees of the IRS.
Well, you know,
they defrauded the government by
go MAGA, right?
I mean,
go MAGA.
I mean, that's a little bit stupidity, I'm sorry to say, because
Oh, Carrie, move north.
Start over where? Well,
if you're in Florida, move north. Orlando, just not in the peninsula.
Well, there should be programs that are put there, right, to help them, right? To
relocate or something.
Something, but yeah. I mean,
so,
if you know the federal government's helping,
okay,
you have to apply and everything if you're lost, but that's all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, staying is not an option. You have to rebuild your house, and then 4 years later, it's going to hit again.
On 10-foot stilts, they're putting the houses up 7 to 10 feet.
So when a hurricane comes with 100-mile-an-hour winds again, it's going to blow that house over on stilts.
Okay, yeah, I know.
As far as flooding, it'll help, but another hurricane, 100-mile-an-hour winds, no.
Yeah, the hurricanes
It's
are tough.
unfortunate. You know what? Puerto Rico got hit twice in 5 years really bad now.
Gosh. Really bad.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
It's just.
We pray for you, Carrie. I mean, I'm super happy in southern Wisconsin. We don't have to deal with any of that. We don't rarely ever have any hurricanes, really any bad weather.
It might get warmer for you.
I don't
You
want
won't be
it.
so cold because it's global warming.
I'm in Nevada and we have heat. That's what we have to deal with.
Yeah,
The
you
heat.
need some.
Oh,
You need some.
We need
Simple.
clouds.
My camera usually goes blurry when I have a lot of spirit energy coming in. You must
yeah.
be.
Well, I'm
You must
probably
be. You must be
well
rocking it.
cooked. I need to burn my sage now because I'm
You
trying to
channel.
clear. Yeah,
channel
You
there's
must be
probably a lot of
rocking it.
spirit. This is a very active house, and I keep the energy set, but I sage a lot. Just this area of town where I am, and then the work I do. When I'm a medium, the spirits.
Oh yeah, they're always around. Yeah.
And then talking about all that's a little upsetting. I really feel for the people. My heart
Oh,
goes out
yeah.
to you. And
Oh yeah.
pray for your
Empathetic.
guides and angels. Let yourself have resources. Help us out. And vote the Democrats in who are gonna fund climate change and funding for these programs that are going to help people. But I feel for you, and yeah, it's
I mean, I do too. I mean,
I
when
feel
I
like
hear,
you're gonna be okay. I feel like that lady, Carrie, what was her name? You're gonna be okay, honey.
what's her name here? Carrie. Yeah.
Carrie, you're gonna be okay. They're gonna come in and help you out. Some stuff's gonna happen. So just
Carrie. I see.
work your law of attraction and keep calling it in and yeah.
Yeah. I see money. I see money coming your way with the finances of the Knight of Coins. I really think it is a lot of heartache here with that loss of everything.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then this is the Hermit Fool card of mine. It's like look within what's best for you.
Mhm.
Because right now with the Eight of Swords, I feel trapped where you're at. But I see the money coming in to change.
Okay.
You'll have balance in your life with the Justice card.
Hey,
We'll send you some good juju, some good prayers.
Juju.
Whatever you can do, it's probably best that you find a new life elsewhere. And I see it coming for you. And, everything takes time. It's unfortunate.
I'm hearing that song. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Huh?
I don't know that one.
Well, it's a song. It's just a good thing's coming. Yeah.
Good. That's a blessing. All right. The last question, because it's an hour and 43 already. Holy bejesus. I'm enjoying it. It's great.
Party, boy. We go on. Yeah.
So October 13th is the next committee live hearing. Rescheduled. It's October 13th now.
Oh.
Jane's wondering about Revelations.
Will Revelations be ready?
Revelations.
Carrie, home is the old saying, home is where the heart is. Wherever you hang your hat, that's where home is. I mean, myself, I lived on our home farm for 40 plus years, and we sold the cows and quit farming. And it came to a point where I needed to leave. I had to leave. My dad wanted to raise my rent, and I couldn't afford it. Nancy offered I could live here. And it's been great for 7 years now. But I had to move. And my heart broke leaving that farm. I lived there most of my life. But at some point, there comes a time that we may have to make that decision. So, January 6th, October 13, what's going to be revealed?
Whoa.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never had such a great throw.
You were primed up for it.
This is one big throw. I haven't seen such great cards for any throw. I got the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sword of Truth.
Oh.
They're bringing the heat with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Karma, the Circle of Truth of everything.
Oh.
More facts about January 6th with all that fighting, with all the people that were there. Communications, I'm hearing. More info. Unseen info with a page of coins.
Mm.
And then strength. It's backed up with evidence. And then something about money. So I got light. So I got the light. Something more about the loss of life. They're going to reiterate something about the loss of life there,
Mm-hmm.
bringing everything to light. It's like a comprehensive everything, what I'm sensing here. And then something about money. Maybe how much it costs to rebuild. They might reiterate that too. The cost of all the damage, something like that. But they're bringing in the heat of everything. It's comprehensive, unforeseen things.
Mm-hmm.
And something about financing too. They might bring up about the financing of people getting there.
Mm.
So that's what I get.
That's awesome. I got Wheel of Fortune.
I got a 2.
I got it too. The gluttony energies,
Agreed.
the greed. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Just like what you said, they're going to bring out
Oh, you got the
all
same game
pain and
card too.
suffering that they caused. Again, the injuries and the moon. This is all the emotional
Something we don't know about.
things we don't talk about, the heartbreaking stuff that happened. And it's going to happen in the courthouse. And there it is. So we're going to see something. We're going to see something even bigger, brought more to light in our faces about the complete pain and suffering caused by that event that we may have forgotten about or may not have seen in the full glory or exposed to the light. I think it will put us in a new level of feeling about it in a dramatic way.
Well, the Oath Keepers trial has started.
Yeah. And I bet things have come out from that as well. I mean,
Definitely.
They said they had.
Mm-hmm.
They had said they had a stash of weapons outside of Washington D.C. and they were just waiting for 45 to give the call.
I heard
the
that.
They were putting those in when the first insurrection didn't happen. They wanted to come into the inauguration and blow everybody away, but they guess they didn't get the call. I guess the lawyers stopped him, or I feel like he was like going, like 45 didn't want to say anything, but he was going,
Yeah, trying. Yeah,
say it because then you're a party to the crime. But he's sitting there going, You're like, do that. Don't you get my message? Like he does, he says things, but he won't come out and say it or put it in a text or an email. I feel like that's really what happened. But they're saying, oh, we didn't get the call.
I heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I just remembered Christopher Wray's going to speak or something about January 6th too.
Oh,
Okay.
ooh.
Or he's doing an internal review of the failures of that day, something like that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I feel like this is the failure of the first one.
mhm.
And so they tried to still, cook up a scheme and say, he still won. And then they had a plot, and they were going to try to overthrow again. So that may come out. And just these guys are going to, a lot of people are going to jail. I'm interested to see DOJ is going to come in and let these congressmen, like that guy was Ron Johnson, I think it was. He said, I only did the insurrection for about 30 seconds, not really that long.
Mhm.
So I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of Ron
I only
Johnson,
thought we should kill Pence for 30 seconds. That's not really,
right?
I'm not really
Yeah. Ron
insurrection,
Johnson.
is it?
Ron Johnson is my
A
senator.
30-second insurrection.
We need him out.
Yeah, I'm curious to know, are those guys, they're really not going to be able, I don't think they'll be able to hold office. I don't think they will, but I think that, justice moves slow. So
yeah, that's
Of
what it
course.
is.
I don't
Hi,
think that,
Hi,
I like,
Roxanne. Bonus.
I feel that's going to come out, but I don't know when. I don't know if it's going to come
Hmm.
out this time. That they were,
Mhm.
them being charged,
Yeah.
whoever was involved.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, there was something. There's new reporting about Ron Johnson that came out today about NBC. There's more to the story about him and the insurrection.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more than 3 seconds. Let's just say.
Wow.
Oh,
Bummer, right?
We're going to see more.
darn, I hate it when I'm planning insurrections and then people say it was more than 3 seconds. Guys, hate that when that happens. No.
Oh,
October is going to be drip, 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 drip.
Oh yeah, stuff's gonna come out, especially the end of the month. Oh, get your popcorn.
mhm.
October
Oh my
surprise,
God.
boys. Yippee
Absolutely.
yippee. Ian, a sloth moves faster than the American justice system.
Oh. Well, they've got so many, to be fair, though, they've got so many cases going on in so many different courts and things overlap that I'm sure they're coordinating as
Oh, this
to
is huge.
A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, who's going to, so the dominoes don't all fall at the exact same time, because down the line, more and more and more, it's going to happen like that with each case.
Seriously, can you imagine being the DOJ trying to prosecute 800 plus people from that day and then work on 45, then work on Jared, then work on whoever else? You know, it's mind blowing how big this is.
Yeah.
It's mind
Seriously.
blowing.
And then they got another prosecutors working on the Tom Barack trial. There's not enough people to go around. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I heard that the Bidens, since Jill Biden's a school teacher, they're getting universities to help do surveys and studies with things, to kind of research things to help
Yeah,
them.
I heard
They
that.
have so many cases, they're just
They're
overloaded.
farming it out to have them do the research.
And first they had to clean out the Trump people that were still in there, trying to throw
Right.
the investigations off.
Yes.
So.
And that included one person directly under Garland. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
Well, we have to remember when Lisa Monaco got appointed in under Garland, that week she filed an indictment.
Oh.
I can't remember who it was right now, but yeah, she laid down the hammer right after she got in.
She was waiting with bated breath to have him take over so she could.
You know that girl means business.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. action.
This is just huge. Like Gene said here, this is the biggest case ever done by the Department of Justice in the United
Yeah.
States.
Yeah. Well, of
Big
course. Throughout history, throughout our history.
Yeah. This will be in the history books, definitely.
Well, so
This
Thank
is
you
bigger.
guys for having me on. I really appreciate that. Was
Oh,
so
I
much fun.
enjoyed having you here.
It was
thank
awesome.
you. Thank
Hope
you
you
for
come
coming.
back.
Oh,
Maybe
sure.
you can
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
it can be a weekly threesome.
Yeah. Do it again. Let's do it again. Yeah. Totally.
Beautiful. Do you want
Well,
to
I'll be,
pull a card? Do you want to pull
Mhm.
another card?
For
Or are you
what?
good to go? Look,
Another.
final message to go, if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
A final what?
A final message to go for everyone. You know, I pulled out of my Oracle deck that I created, and I got, our universe may be a mystery, but be amazed of all that is. The matrix of the energy of the universe. The 3D life may be a struggle, but remember your soul is pure love.
Oh, that's nice. And I got from your Oracle deck,
Oh, thank
you
you
have,
very much.
you have the power within you.
Wow.
Ask
Nice.
the universe. You have the
Ask the
power
universe.
within you.
It's there
Ask
for
the
you.
And I got, oh, that's beautiful. Those are amazing cards. I love you guys'
Yeah,
cards.
this is Scott's Oracle, extraterrestrial Oracle
Oh, wow.
deck, which
Yeah.
is a total amazing deck.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Everyone in the chat, if you don't have these are fantastic.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I integrated everything. The universe, earth,
Hmm.
senses, spirits, everything.
Okay. I got just be yourself. You're a great person just being you.
Oh, that's
There you
nice.
go.
And so, with all this stuff going on, we got to remember to, enjoy. It says enjoy being yourself.
Hmm.
Life goes on. You got to enjoy your day. I get up and I don't go, oh my God, the country. I go, oh, today's going to be a good day. That's how we win elections. That's how we keep ourselves intact while we're going through all this huge, biggest cases ever done and all that in the country. But just be yourself and enjoy. Remember to enjoy your day. Enjoy yourself. Be yourself.
That's
Yeah.
a good message. I love those cards. They're so beautiful.
That reminds me of this card I
Oh,
made.
yourself. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Cool.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
We all may be different. We all may be weird. We may be extraterrestrial, but love yourself.
Yay. Good message from
Yay.
everyone.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, thank you very much for everyone that
Thank
hung out with us tonight. Blessings all. Thank you, Sybil. I enjoyed. Thank you, Valerie. And have a blessed evening, everyone. Love and light.